related provisions of Executive Order N25-20 issued March 12, 2020, which allows local legislative bodies to hold public meetings via a teleconferencing and to make public meetings accessible telephonically or otherwise electronically to all members of the public seeking to observe and address the local legislative body. Pursuant to Executive Order N2920, please be advised that members of the Bell Gardens Recreation and Cultural and Youth Commission will participate in meetings telephonically. The public may view the meeting online. The council chambers is closed to the public at this time. Madam Chairperson, you may call the meeting to order.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, because the meeting is now called to order as of 6:04 p.m. Madam Secretary, can you please call roll?
Chairperson Solorzano.
Present.
Vice Chair Romero.
Present.
Commissioner Vargas.
Present.
And Commissioner Casas.
Present as well.
Okay, Madam Secretary, was the
The agenda was posted per regulations with the state of California and the city of Bell Gardens.
Thank you. So now we will go to the approval of minutes. Do I have a motion from a commissioner to approve the minutes for March 18th?
I make the motion to approve the minutes from March 18th.
I second.
Okay, am I supposed to do roll or?
Yes, please.
Okay, Commissioner Casas?
Present.
Commissioner Vargas?
Present.
Commissioner or Vice Chair Romero?
Present.
And yes for myself. Five. Can Armando or Roseanne please give the department update?
Sure. Thank you, Chairperson Solorzano. Thank you, commissioners, for being here and for participating in tonight's meeting. I will give a brief recap as to the department operations over the last month. I'm happy to say that we had a Hoppy Spring Egg Hunt and it went well and was well received and participated by several residents and throughout the community. And so staff got creative and we did something that I think was well received, and hopefully next year we could do something a little bit more in person, but we followed all COVID protocols. Also tomorrow, if anybody's interested and can assist us, the city of Bell Gardens is partnering with LA County Food Bank and the LA County Supervisor Solis. She will be here to conduct a food distribution to about 2,500 families here in LA County, as will the Red Cross be providing PPE and other services and equipment. So again, it'll operate from 9 to 12 here at John Anson Ford Park. And we encourage any residents that need some assistance to come on out and be assisted. Also on April 1st, we opened up the skate park. We did experience some challenges. I think everybody was a little bit overexcited about the fact that the skate park opened. Since then, we have trimmed back the hours from 7 to 7, which seems to be working out a little bit better for us. It's been visited by our staff is out there visiting the site, as well as the Bell Gardens Police Department. And most recently, the Bell Gardens Police Department released a PSA video of the officers skating and enjoying the park and trying to encourage the youth to come out and have a good time skating at our park. So we'll continue to monitor and see how that goes. But we're excited that maybe the children will come out and have a good time at the skate park. Also, our Community Family Service Center has been as busy as they were during COVID. We track the number of meals and consumer action and Bell Gardens rental assistance projects. We're now operating the state rental assistance program. So if any residents require some assistance, whether it's human service, community services, social services, maybe their first stop could be the Community Family Service Center. And as I mentioned, the 211 program for the county wrapped up, but we're now operating the state program to assist tenants and landlords with rental relief. And also on April 1st, we opened up the first learning center and after school recreation program at the Neighborhood Youth Center. We currently have approximately 30 or so children registered, and we're following all COVID protocols. Last week at the Education Commission meeting, the Education Commissioners provided us some feedback as well as some suggestions. And so we will be adhering to their suggestions, and they will be making a site visit to the Learning Center, which officially opened up on April 1st. We had 1 week of spring break where we did more recreational programming, but we're hoping to expand a little bit more. The Wi-Fi is now up here at Ford Park, so we'll be taking a Wi-Fi policies report to council here in the next meeting or two, just to help us with resolving any Wi-Fi issues as it relates to legal matters. We still have the free supper program, so we encourage all children ages 1 to 18 to come out. We're here at Ford Park, Veterans Park, and the Neighborhood Youth Center, and we distribute Monday through Friday 400 meals per day, Monday through Friday. The staff has also opened up the golf course, extended hours and evening hours now that the time has changed, and we've actually have more golfers than what we've had in the past. Maybe it's COVID, maybe it's not, but we're encouraged by the fact that we have more golfers out there and the course looks great. And maybe in the future, if you're not familiar with the golf course, the commissioners might want to take a meeting at the golf course just to maybe take a walking tour of the facility. We would be happy to take you on a tour of that. The community garden is also going to see some improvements here in the next 30 days or so. We are improving the water situation out there. It was limited. It didn't have a lot of good pressure. So if you had a garden plot to the back of the garden and there were, other gardeners using the hose, you weren't getting much water pressure. So we've improved that. We're also in the process of placing picnic benches and umbrellas and making it a little bit more inviting with signage, and a lot of the gardeners are coming forth and are actually happy with how that is going. Just a quick aquatic center update. Staff and the council members and Mayor Barcena took a walking tour to take a look at where we are with the facility. We have submitted demolition plans, we're happy to say, and we're hoping to start demolition sometime in mid to late June. Those demolition plans have been approved. So we're moving forward. We have a lot of remediation to do, but we're excited about the fact that that will be happening. At the next meeting, I will have design to show you, so you'll be able to see what the design of the swimming pool is being proposed to look like. So the architects are working on those, and I've asked for some color concepts, and they will be forwarding them, and we'll have them for the next meeting. The COVID testing site continues here at Ford Park on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 to 3. That probably is going to terminate here sometime at late April, just because the number of cases and people needing tests are not necessary. Though we are working to partner to transition the site from a COVID testing site to a COVID vaccination site. So we're working diligently on that and in hopes of being able to convert that site here in the next couple of weeks. Also, there was a pet clinic that was held in April, and the next one is on May 8th. So if you know of anybody that needs to have their pets checked or vaccinated, those are held at Veterans Park, and they're from 12:30 to 2. Also, we began registration for our youth baseball program, and we're moving back into youth sports. We're very happy about that. We've had to make some adjustments. We're working on our protocols and everything to keep everybody safe. But we're excited. We're issuing credits to a lot of parents who decided to leave their deposits in with us in hopes of participating here in 2021. And so we're close to being full with our youth baseball. Next will be our youth soccer program. And then this Thursday, or next Thursday, I should say, a week from today, we will be celebrating Earth Day at Veterans Park. And it's a free program. We've come up with 2 sessions, and it's an in-person activity where children, even adults, seniors can come out and paint and a birdhouse, and they'll also get information and educational lesson on why we celebrate Earth Day. And space is limited because just in reference to COVID, but we currently probably have about 30 residents already registered for this, so we encourage you to come out. Commissioners, if you'd like to come out and just take a look or maybe paint a birdhouse, I welcome you to do that, but you can call 806-7654. And all you have to do is provide us your name, your age, and your phone number, and we will register you for the event. Also, please wear a mask or a facial covering, and we will be happy to accommodate you. So little by little, as you can see, we're easing ourselves back into operating. It's been a challenging transition, but staff is pivoting and ordering supplies and getting ready. And just today, the protocols changed again for the county. And so there's a whole thick protocol here. It has to do with indoor activities. So I'm excited about that, but at the same time, there's a lot of protocols that we need to learn and follow to ensure our patron safety as well as our staff. So I appreciate everybody's patience, and if you have any questions in regards to our department update, I'd be happy to answer any and all questions.
Roseanne and Armando, this is not more of a question, but I want to give you guys so much credit that you guys, what you guys been able to accomplish. A lot of times we would like to see speed in the conversion back over to no more operations. But, aside from the speed that you guys already have implemented, I don't think there's anything else we can ask you guys to do. You guys have been on top of the ball. The organization that you guys have, I am extremely happy to see the way you guys are handling this. It's like every time I have these meetings, I wish I could just reach out and give you guys, I'll give you guys a virtual hug on behalf of the community, because we are few and far in between cities that have the ability that you guys have shown. You guys don't talk about it, you guys just do it. And it's honestly really great to see that. I just want to make sure you guys know that the speed, whether you can speed it up or if you need to slow it down, I know just by seeing what's around us, you guys have adopted the quality position instead of the speed. So I'm very happy for that. So it's not a question, but I did want to let you guys know again.
I thank you. Thank you. I'll pass that word on to staff. They've been working very hard, and they are very excited about returning back to normal and trying to get the kids back. And the kids are excited and we're excited. So, you know, I think together it's going to be a positive outcome. It's just a lot of work, but thank you for your comments.
Do any other commissioners have any questions or comments regarding the department update? No? Okay, so next item is going to be the Recreation and Community Services collaboration with the Bell Gardens Police Department. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Commissioner Casas so that he can talk a little bit more about this point or item.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, Roseanne, I want to thank you for everything that you guys have done as a department. Armando, again, I tip my hats off to you guys. I've been involved with the Bell Gardens community for quite some time now. And one of my, I guess you could say my stick points has been to support our police department whenever we can. And in today's world, I think all of us know that policing is undergoing a change. Whether you agree with that change or not, I think we're going to have to stick by our police department more now than ever. I think the positive changes that are happening now need to be exploited with the community. And I just wanted to see if there's any way we can collaborate more with PD, possibly do independent programs with them where we can get some of the PD out, maybe on a volunteer capacity. Because I mean, I think they've been also hit with budget cuts. Or if there's something that we can include them in one of our programs. I know they were out at the Easter egg hop that we had, or the spring egg hop that we had, and Chief Barnes put out the video on social media. But I'd like to see the police engage more with the community, especially the younger community, just so these kids know that the police are not their enemies. They're not always out there to get you. It's not every time you see a police officer, he's not going to harass you or he's going to bother you. And just to get them out there more in front of the youth, so the youth understand that they're part of the community. A lot of them have been here for many years. A lot of them are newer, but the more exposure they get with the community within positive policing, I think it'd be a great thing. And we can hopefully avoid any negative interactions that they might have unnecessarily, just by them thinking that they're going to get harassed by the PD.
Commissioner Casas, I absolutely agree. And I think just prior to COVID, the chief and I did sit down and come up with a number of programs that we were going to do together. And then that just kind of went away. But we slowly have been discussing the opportunity. And any time that there's an opportunity to assist the police department, such as Armando and his crew for the catalytic converter etching program, our staff was there. They will be here tomorrow in support of the food distribution and have assisted us in any and every way possible. And so slowly, as we get back into more recreation programming, the chief and I will be collaborating. Another program that we did absolutely in collaboration was the Halloween movie night, drive-in movie. And so our hope is that this summer we're going to be able to do concerts, you know, safely and manage, and movie nights, and in all of those aspects. The police department will be asked to come and be a partner. So absolutely, I agree. We support our explorers. We support any and all opportunities to work together. I've always been a huge supporter of police departments in all aspects of recreation. I think it's a great partnership, and I wholeheartedly support it. And so thank you for bringing that up. And as we move forward, you will see more opportunities for the police department and our department to collaborate and work together.
Wonderful to hear. Thank you so much, Roseanne.
Do any other commissioners have any comments or questions regarding this item? If not, we'll go ahead and go to the next one, and it's walking, jogging pathway signs at the parks. So I requested that this item be put on the agenda only because I feel like with the pandemic, it's created a need for more individual physical activity. So I think that really promoting physical activity in our community is great and vital. And I think that Veterans Park and Ford Park are a great place for individuals to go and walk, to jog, to be with their families. And my recommendations would just be to really just create signage and maps with the walking and jogging pathways at Veterans Park and Ford Park, just to show the community how much they're walking and maybe with the hopes of motivating these individuals to walk a lap more or have some type of goal to achieve. I know that Veterans Park, like I said, has lots of activity as far as walking and individual physical activity. And I know that Ford Park East Side has a lot of activity and family-oriented activity on the weekends. I've gone by throughout the week and I don't see as much throughout the week, only because I know that there are a lot of, or not a lot, because our police department is doing a great job with monitoring, but there are some criminal activity going on along with homelessness that I know a lot of individuals in our community are worried about. So I think that really creating those maps or signage with vibrant colors to attract those people to come out and even surrounding communities to come out to our parks and walk and jog will create a safer environment in our parks and also encourage physical activity, which I think is needed in our community. Again, I think that we all are aware that there are apps that you can use on your phone or Fitbits or Apple Watches, but I find myself walking around the park at times and I forget my Apple Watch or I forget to turn on my Nike Run app on the phone. And it kind of sucks because I'm like, dang it, how much did I run? So I think that a lot of individuals in our community probably have this issue as well. And like I said, I just think it would be a little thing that we can do for our community that's not so costly, just to help promote movement in our community.
Absolutely. Thank you for the suggestion. I am thinking that it might be a capital outlay type of cost factor, but maybe we can come up with some alternatives to, to a more costly opportunity. Though I do want to touch on the fact that a big emphasis of our program and target programming for going forward is going to be on health and getting people back. We have a stroller walking program coming up soon. We have a walking club happening soon. We're going to be starting outdoor CrossFit exercise programs here. And initially, we're not even looking at charging. We just want to get people back in the parks and exercising and moving. And so staff is working on those programs and should be coming online here within the next two, maybe 4 weeks. We found an instructor who is willing to come out, who is also a resident of Bell Gardens, to come out and do these instructions. So our emphasis, and just because of everything that we've had to deal with and combat this year because of health and everything else, we're going to try to take the positive approach in promoting good health, in promoting good exercise. Like I said, just before the pandemic, we were about to launch a healthy cooking class. And so what we're trying to do is hopefully get back into those classes and those programs that were already in the queue to start. And then when everything went south, we stopped. But staff is working to start exercise and outdoor fitness and outdoor Zumba and getting people moving again. And yes, I do appreciate it. When I get here in the mornings, I see a number of people just walking around the pond, and it's inspiring to see that because the people have realized, and I think the reason maybe it's diminished now is because a lot more people have gone back to work. So you don't see as many people, but we're hoping to offer some early mornings, some early evenings, and that way we might be able to catch different people. But my hope is that we get moving again physically and that we promote a better health and a more healthy living style, whether it's classes or whether it's programs. And so you're going to see some of these programs come online very shortly. So yes, I appreciate your comment, and yes, we're moving in that direction, and I will see what we can do maybe to come up with some temporary signage, maybe get some markings out there for mile markers and things like that, and come up with some paths. But I think that's a great idea. Thank you.
Thank you. Do any other commissioners have any comments or questions regarding that item?
Just a suggestion, if we understand the cost, that everything does cost. Another friendly suggestion could be having just digital flyers or maps, or just like on the website, somebody could easily draw the scale of what the park looks like. This is what it is when you walk inside. This is what it is when you walk out, and just have a link available or have a flyer posted at the office door or something like that, where residents can easily access. Oh, if I walk this much indoors or in the field, this is how much I've walked throughout the day.
I was just reminded in a text, one of Anna Avalos, recreation supervisor, who's listening, just mentioned that in the Prop 68 grant that we applied for, there is an outdoor exercise facility as well as signage for mileage and those type of things. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, because that would provide that opportunity over at Veterans Park, and then maybe we can do something here at Ford Park. So there has been some foresight by staff, but thank you for the reminder, Anna. I appreciate it, and I know you're listening. Thanks.
Okay. Any other commissioners have any comments or questions regarding this? If none, we will go on to public participation. So were there any comments received or anybody from the public willing to speak or comment at this
No,
time?
we had none. We had none.
Okay, thank you. And now to commissioner comments. Does anybody want to start off?
I'll be very quick. I want to echo almost the same as Victor. Commissioner Casas has mentioned right before, is our Parks and Recreation Department. You guys have been doing so wonderful in all avenues, whether it be with our seniors, whether it be with our younger children, whether it be with the older children at the skate park, everywhere, all around. You guys have been doing such an amazing job in just reading or listing all the things that department has done, from the skate park to the learning center, to the separate program, to the golf course, to the community garden, to the community the family center. There's like so much that happens, and I'm just excited that the residents can hear how much the city has to offer, that they don't have to leave our city to find those resources, that our city can provide what they're looking for. And if they have other ideas, they're also welcome to call in or email and share those ideas and suggestions to further better this community. So again, thank you for your continued hard work and for keeping our staff safe so they can keep us safe.
Thank you, Commissioner Vargas. Commissioner Casas or Vice Chair Romero?
Just one quick comment. This should have been put on the agenda, but is there going to be any, I guess, collaboration with the Lions Club this year to try to revamp the fishing at Ford Park?
We're hoping to. You're talking about the fishing derby?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So again, as things open up, and yes, we will work on collaborating anywhere we can, and I will be visiting all of those contacts once again. We're trying to keep up with people opening up, so our target date is kind of June 15th, when the governor has said that, you know, things would be officially open, so we'll see. But absolutely, I think we can do a lot of things safely. And so anything and everything that is going to be allowed and that we can manage safely, we will make an attempt.
That that event usually takes place in October, so they haven't officially reached out yet. But I'll make contact with the president of the Lions Club to see what they have in mind for this coming October.
Thank you both so much.
Vice Chair Romero?
No, I just want to say thank you both for all your hard work and keeping us up to date. I usually am just taking notes and soaking it all in, and then I go and grab my own research. And based on what I've seen on the website, you guys are doing a great job. So thank you for that.
Okay, and I just want to say thank you as well. The Recreation Department has been doing a lot of work, and I am extremely grateful to not only our full-timers, but our rec leaders as well. I do have a comment as far as the Art in the Park update. I should have asked this during the department update, but at our last meeting, you had said that there may be some art pieces that we can see. So I was hoping if possible, if we can maybe all get that emailed to us if it hasn't been emailed already. And I also wanted to touch, again, I should have said this in the department update, but the new resource center that you had mentioned at our prior meeting, you said that we were going to revamp our senior center into a new resource or a permanent resource center, and that you would be having 2 new full-time staff to assist with programming. And I was wondering if there was any update on that, or will we be touching on that a little bit more come later meetings?
I'll touch on the second one, and then Armando can talk a little bit about the art. We do have the art ready to go tonight. So in reference to the Community Family Service Center, what we're looking at there is, I think I mentioned it before, pre-COVID, the department's, I guess, more emphasis and priorities were more about recreation and less about community and human services. Fast forward, the pandemic hits, we can't do recreation, but we do have a tremendous need for human and social services and everything that went along with providing food assistance, housing, just a number of services. So the need is still there. We untapped a resource that just was not being provided here in the city. And so it's not like we can just say, okay, sorry, pandemic is pretty much done. We don't have to provide these services or these resources anymore. And what we found is that with our pivot in creating those programs and providing those services, that they need to be sustainable. And so a few months ago, the city approved a master plan study of both the Neighborhood Youth Center and the Family Service Center with KDI. So KDI is going to come out and take a look at programming, but what can be done to the facility to make it architecturally and make it accessible through ADA, because we do have a population here in Bell Gardens and in the surrounding areas that need access. And so the intent at this point is to, yes, dedicate a couple of full-time staff to the position. Right now they're in acting positions just because we don't know if we're going to get funding. We don't have any dedicated funding for the Community Family Service Center in this fiscal year. We are going to be requesting it, and I think it'll look favorable as far as the council's very excited and very supportive of the Community Family Service Center. So the intent is to place a couple of full-time staff and a clerical position there with some part-timers to assist residents 6 days a week, evenings, and to bring in nonprofits, service providers to have shared office space there so that it becomes a one-stop location for residents to receive additional assistance. So a family may have 2 or 3 social service issues that need assistance, but one may need counseling, another one might need tutoring, might need something else, and they can come there and we can get them to the right services, to the right help. And so that is the intent of how the program will operate. It's still evolving, and until we get permanent funding for it, it's evolving. And but we're excited, and I think the process that we're invoking with KDI, I think will speak volumes, and there will be a report that's generated here with community input. So you'll be, invited to participate and provide your community input to the design of the Community Family Service Center with KDI. So I'll let Armando talk a little bit about the art.
Yes, we sent you all an email probably about 30 minutes before tonight's commission meeting. So there is, I want to say, 3 samples of the artwork that was provided, and then there's a flyer, and we are prepared if we don't have any technical difficulties to share those with the commission and the public. Commission Secretary, are you ready to share the screen?
Yes, I can share.
As you can see, this piece was provided by Delilah Bulgarin, and she's age 10. Then this piece was provided by Sofia Covarrubias. I think her age is cut off on this one. She's age 9. And this third piece is Catherine Galindo, also age 9. And this is the flyer that was part of the event that we prepared in late January, and the event took place in February.
Awesome. Thank you. I hadn't gotten to my email, so I didn't see, but I'm really happy that we showed it, only because I know the public wanted to see it as well. But as far as ending my comments, I just, again, want to say thank you. And if possible, Armando, we can get an email sent to us with all the upcoming events that you have with tentative dates or dates, so that us as commissioners of the Recreation, Cultural, and Youth Commission, we can go ahead and dedicate some time to volunteer in these events wherever we're needed, because I do hope that along with my commissioners, we can assist in any way possible. We, of course, want to be involved in our community because I think first, we all are residents, and we enjoy this department just as much as the rest of our public. So thank you. And if there are no further comments or questions from the staff.
I'd like to thank the commissioners personally for attending our spring, our Hoppy spring egg hunt. And thank you for all your contributions, for volunteering your time on Saturday morning. We truly appreciate it. And so did the rest of the staff.
Thank you. If there are no other comments from the commission or questions, I'd like to adjourn this meeting as of 6:43 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.